Speculation is upon us right now for the new coaching staff. Once those jobs are filled out, speculation season does not end. It progresses to cap casualties, free agency, then the draft. So we're still in stage one here. Lots of offseason to follow. We have a name associated with the Vikings OC job, although, quite frankly, defensive coordinator is much more important to address right now. Chris Thomason tweeted out, "I'm told a name to keep an eye on for Vikings OC is indeed Rams passing game coordinator / tight ends coach Wes Phillips. Wade's son was with Kevin O'Connell at Washington from 2017 to 18 and with the Rams 20 to 21, with Washington when Kirk Cousins was there 2014 to 2017, but Wes also could be a candidate to replace O'Connell in LA. If I were to bet on this, if Phillips were to choose between the two OC jobs, that is, assuming both are available to him, you got to think he'll stay with the Rams in the best interest of his career. Because if he has his sights set on an eventual head coaching job, you're never going to get greater demand than being Sean McVay's offensive coordinator. It's something to keep an eye on, but I hope Wes Phillips is the next Vikings OC. It makes perfect sense, and here's why. First off, as a first-time head coach, responsible for leading the offense, certainly leading the whole team, but he's going to be calling plays on offense, presumably anyway. For a team that I'm only guessing here is not interested in going the route of a rebuild, they want to compete immediately. What better way to figure out your offense than to collaborate with someone you already have a working relationship with? Whereas the work you're currently doing together in LA is going to be damn near similar of what you're going to be doing in Minnesota. There's no filling out process. There's no getting to know one another to get the chemistry going. How do I work with this guy? No, day one, you get to it. This is our personnel. How do we make it work? That's very valuable. Secondly, the last 9 years, Wes Phillips has been a tight ends coach. Next year, Irv Smith Jr. is going to be good to go, ready to be unleashed. And with Kevin O'Connell and Wes Phillips designing plays together, I'm sure they're going to commit a portion of those plays to where Irv Smith Jr. is the hot route. Initially, I just didn't think OC for this Vikings team was that big of a deal. He's not going to be calling plays anyway. Who gives a damn? But the more that I think about it, the potential collaboration between these two guys, we need that. Wes Phillips would be the perfect offensive coordinator for the Vikings. Could they bring a Rams-like blueprint to the table where Justin Jefferson gets the Cooper Kupp treatment, where you're number one in explosive plays of 40-plus yards, where you're top three in plays of 20-plus yards? And this wouldn't be like John DeFilippo forcing the 2017 Eagles offense on Minnesota. It wasn't a good fit because primarily, Kirk Cousins wasn't as athletic as Nick Foles was, nor was he as good as Carson Wentz was at that time. Certainly, Kirk Cousins is way better than Carson Wentz now, but it wasn't a good fit. Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford, they're the same guy. The receiving weapons in Minnesota are just as good as in LA. It's the perfect fit. I'm all for Wes Phillips being the next OC for the Vikings. However, if he ultimately chooses the Rams OC job, I can't blame him for that either. Your thoughts in the comments section below. Back at it tomorrow. We'll see you then.